YouTube has been an empire when it comes to content creation ever since it was created in 2005, an infinite cloud service where you can upload virtually whatever you want as long as it's within very thin guidelines, and it's shaped a world where people can get paid to follow their passions even if those passions don't have any real world job title. But if you're looking at the title of this video, this isn't much the case when it comes to the modern day. Back in the day, this whole content creation thing was limited to YouTube when it came to the medium of video, of course, and back then no one truly knew the gold mine it would become for some people, and so it was all unfiltered passion, no matter how low quality the content in question was. It was all for fun at the end of the day, but nowadays this isn't the case, and with how the platform has evolved, everyone is basically watching people who get paid large sums of money to make the videos you watch. Of course, this isn't always the case, with the ever-evolving wheel of technology being pushed into our hands yearly. Having a phone with a camera is almost something most people have, so even more videos are published than ever before. Approximately 3 million videos are published to this site daily. So what's the point I'm trying to make? Well, I think the dream of being a content creator is getting more and more impossible by the day. Now, of course, that is hyperbole. Almost every day a new content creator gets the golden goose of getting a popular video and becoming a niche micro-celebrity within one night. But that golden goose isn't always given to the right people, or even people that are truly following a passion. You see, with YouTube becoming this vast dream of getting paid for doing virtually whatever you want, there's been people that try to hack and expedite this process. AI slop channels aim to exploit kids, content farms, and of course the infamous clickbait. It's made it to where YouTube is an infinitely bloated site and also makes it more of a linear process to get big and get monetized. Of course, that's a big problem. You're already killing the getting paid to follow your dream niche YouTube has if there's a set in stone way to get big and get paid. I want to point this all at Mr. Beast because he truly started this high energy, making sure nobody clicks off your video type of content. And this isn't me dogging on Mr. Beast because yes, that is high quality content with a big investment going into it. But with the way YouTubers latched onto his efficiency of viewer retention and growth over passion, it once again enforced this pipeline of getting big instead of just doing whatever you like and getting big for it. And like I said, that doesn't make it impossible, but it can make it a lot harder when the algorithm sides with this. After all, what makes you money makes YouTube money. Here's a part where I channel my rant sona and make this all about me. Ever since I was 6 years old, I loved YouTube. All I watched was Dan TDM, Stampy Longnose, and Vanos Gaming. I'm sure that was good for me.
Is he still technically a pedo if he an old man?
And of course, that made me want to start making my own content. I remember my first attempts at this were me holding my old ass Samsung Galaxy my grandma passed down to me and making plush videos.
Listen, you obese animatronic.
And this was the most fun thing to me. Of course, I was like 9, so the idea of me getting paid for this didn't creep into my head. I just wanted to play with my plushies. But by the time I got my second laptop, the first one was so old it came with that old pinball game and solitaire, the idea really sunk in that I wanted to make content. I'd upload anything using the Xbox game bar because I didn't know what an OBS was. But I'd say my first step into the whole content creation thing was when I got an old Omen laptop with a 1050 Ti in it, and I went hard on just uploading the most uncut gameplay videos of indie horror games.
Where's the tablet? Gonna look all hentai material? No.
Because I was like 13, I didn't know what an Adobe Premiere Pro was. Yeah, man, I kind of wish you never learned what it was. Soon I did know, and I was releasing these highly stimulating videos with amazing commentary.
That jump scare made me sweaty. I don't think Foxy likes getting touched, which I'm fine with. Consent is key these days, and always should be.
But when the views didn't follow, I kind of just didn't touch YouTube again. Until I found out what an SFM was, and got a little too popular. I think making FNAF animations is what truly led to me finding this strong heart for content creation, wanting to get paid for it, and getting a proper audience from it, not to mention being a member of a community that kind of knew me. Fun fact, this channel only has 1,000 subs because of how popular it got making FNAF animations, so that's fun. But of course, I didn't find myself at 16 thinking I'd just keep making FNAF animations forever. Also, SFM is some hot ass. Please learn Blender first. So I kind of just slowly fell off the face of the earth, and this channel was a burning memory. Until one day I watched Evangelion, and that changed my life. I could seriously gush about Evangelion all day. It single-handedly made me realize a lot of things about myself at an age and time where I was too depressed to even take care of myself. Yeah, I was a loser weeb, leave me alone. But to get back to the point, it made me want to write. I was always someone who loved writing in my English classes. When it came to my interests, that was. Anytime I could vaguely fit my interest into a piece of work, I'd do it and run a mile with it. I remember in my college level English class, we were supposed to write an essay about a speech/declaration that inspired us, and find the intricacies and writing devices used within the speech. And you know what I chose? Tom Susser Todd. And I got an amazing grade on it. Anyway, I made a video comparing Evangelion's dubs, and it got a good chunk of views for my established viewer base being kids who like FNAF animations. So after completely rebranding the channel and focusing on this video essay dream, I made another video. And then I dropped off the face of the earth again for a year. It turns out writing a video, voicing it over, and then editing it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. I got burnt out quickly. Not to mention the countless scripts I scrapped because I thought it just didn't reflect my quality of writing, or I thought it didn't make for engaging content, or, you know, I just got bored. And then I made another video. Yes, finally! And it did very well. Better than any other video on the channel. That's public anyway. And after this, I didn't drop dead because I released another video and it performed good as well. But it's not easy to mention that there was also a 4-month gap in that upload schedule. And let me just say, the only reason I could finish this video is because I quit my job because, not the flex, I got really bad anxiety, had a massive panic attack, and decided I was not going to prep food once again at 8 in the morning. So yeah, it turns out juggling work and living life makes it kind of hard to fit in your own interests and passions. But even while I have all this time searching for another job, it doesn't make it much easier. An idea and script can go out the window in a moment's notice if I think it has no reason to exist or won't get views. But this just isn't my own burden. On the other hand is the fact I think it would be impossible to profit off this no matter how hard I go. Think about it. Who is the Mr. Beast of anime video essays? It feels like there aren't big examples of people who get paid a living to do what you're doing. The dream already feels kind of dead. If I'm not doing IRL streams or playing Minecraft for 100 days or terrorizing the public, it feels like I never get to the level of YouTube being my only income. And this all feels like a product of the cemented algorithm we have. Not to mention that if you're not promoting yourself on every platform, you're already kinda doomed. But don't worry, I do a lot on TikTok that helps me promote myself. Oh, I only post anime edits? Fuck. And I know this is me being gloomy because I think I'm very gifted with the audience I have. I'll never not be excited seeing my video get to 100 views. I could barely crack that years ago, but it's hard to not feel like my dream was dead the moment I started. It feels like if I'm not trying to squeeze as many minutes out of the audience I have, then there's no dream left. And this is possibly my biggest problem. I only want to make the highest quality content and not feel like people are wasting their time watching my videos. So it's just this Ouroboros of doubt and time being sunk for a video to come out for every couple of months. But I want to end this video off on a positive note because I'm going to disagree with myself. I really don't think it's impossible. Queso is a great example of old YouTube being alive and well. Sure, he streams, but what he uploads on YouTube is the most uncut and low effort video content out there. But it's perfect. He's popular because he's funny.
Have you ever heard of fight or flight? Yeah, and 2 seconds into me playing this game, that triggered for me. Because of you.
Not because of the games he plays or his high quality editing or even his high quality streams. I'm pretty sure he uses a Logitech C920, which doesn't help him with that dim lighting. Trust me, I know. And he's gotten huge. There's also people like 3FS who upload the type of content I used to post, just playing indie horror games with light editing and getting popular because he's just a funny guy.
Come on, give me that.
And I could name 1,000 more. I truly think the YouTube dream is achievable more now than ever with how cheaper the equipment is getting. Sort of. Please don't look at RAM prices. At the end of the day, we can always dream of the money and fame this site can give you, but I feel it's always important to focus on the passion we have instead. Content creation is best when it's fun. Thanks for watching.